comes up. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah.
These Monday lives.
fresh back from California. We were out at the Vibrant Wellness Laboratory, a super high-tech lab that we use. I'll be speaking for them
In September.
In
Austin.
Austin, Texas. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm going.
That's why it looks to me. It's like I'll be speaking when.
Someplace. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, I'll be talking about longevity, what we call precision age management. Mm-hmm. But today, we're talking about mindful mindset.
Yeah. And you notice I took a big deep breath with mindful mindset.
Yeah. Why'd you do that?
When it comes to mindfulness, I always take a deep breath. When I think of I should take a moment to be mindful, I take a deep breath.
Yeah, so a big yawning breath. I like to say take 3 or 4 deep, casual, relaxing, yawning breaths, because that activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helps bring you out of fight or flight, helps bring you out of the chaos of the moment.
Mm-hmm. I take a lot of deep breaths.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do we mean when we say mindful mindset?
Mindful mindset goes back to kind of paying attention to those emotions that you feel, stirring up inside of you, and then reflecting back on, okay, why am I having this emotion right now? And a lot of times, yes, it might be a circumstance, but it's also your internal dialogue, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So I know where I'm going. He knows what to say, I guess. The internal dialogue that goes on inside of you that, I think it's Brene Brown that says we have many conversations in a day and a few of them involve other people. Yeah. And that is so true because most of the time the conversations are internally. And we really have to be careful to what those conversations say.
Good morning, Becky.
To ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So
that's what we mean when we say mindful mindset.
How many times have you had a long, involved conversation with your spouse where you were just in this heated disagreement and they weren't even there? We have these incredible conversations in our mind, and those don't really serve us, right? All this rehearsal doesn't really serve us. So mindful mindset, one of my mentors said that the key to enlightenment is to remember and choose. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your body doesn't know the difference between your just thoughts about reliving something, the internal dialogue about those, that event that occurred. Your body doesn't know the difference of that when it's actually occurring and the thoughts of it. So it's reacting the same. So when you're reliving these moments, especially ones that bring you stress, your body's responding to that as though it's happening to you again.
Yeah, exactly, as if it's happening again. Mm-hmm. If you hook people up to, what's functionally a lie detector, although it's not a lie detector, but it's measuring all these physiological parameters, you can't tell the difference between a remembered trauma and a trauma that's actually happening in the moment. Mm-hmm. So really important to think about that mindful mindset where we're trying to get, we call it the narrative mind, which is that mind that's always chattering, and the non-narrative mind, or the mind that's the observer.
Yeah, I always think of it as the listener.
The listener, the observer. And if you can try to see the world through that listener and just listen to the chatter, it becomes pretty silly pretty quickly.
And it quiets down naturally. It's not like a forceful thing, like, I'm trying to be mindful, I'm meditating, I have to push this away. When you just simply don't engage with it and embrace it and breathe through it, it just kind of floats away, and it's like, no, that's really not important, or, my silly brain is bringing this up right now and I'm supposed to be meditating.
And, a lot of people think, I can't meditate, I just can't slow my mind down, it just won't slow down. Well, that's the point of meditation, is becoming consciously aware of that chatter.
I know the days I need to meditate when I'm trying to meditate and I just can't get into it because my brain, I'm not like, I'll be meditating and then 3 minutes in I'll be like, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about this for the last 3 minutes. Those are the days I really know I need it.
Right.
So those days that it's the hardest, and sometimes it's simply just reverting myself back. It still helps to balance my autonomic nervous system. Afterwards, I feel more focused. I feel more productive.
Well, it's like any other workout, right? It's a workout for your brain. I mean, it's hard to get up off the couch and go to the gym too, but it feels good when you do. Yeah, it feels better.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with meditation. And if all you learn from that particular meditation is, wow, I have a really active mind. Well, that you learn something. That's a win. That's the point of it. So
like, wow, my mind has really been going today.
Yeah, and this mindful mindset idea is really the idea of keeping mindfulness in the front of your thoughts, so that when you're picking up your coffee or your tea, in my case, and you're holding this beautiful warm cup, and it's got my raven on it, and I love that
Cooling
raven.
off pretty quickly out here today.
It's a little change from being in California in the last few days. And then, smelling it and the aroma and just being fully present with this for this 10-second little moment of paradise where you just, take that sip. And okay, now the chaos is back, and okay, I'm back in the world, and the kids are hollering. And
I think that's why I love my morning coffee so much, because I'm actually taking time to, sit down with it. It's like my time to sit down, be present. I think there really could be anything in this cup. I just choose for it to be coffee. But I think that's why I really love my morning coffee so much, because it's
a moment of mindfulness.
Yeah, taking time to sit and just be mindful and present for a moment. And it's relaxing. It's a relaxing way to start my day.
And there's really 3 really important opportunities to get into a deeply mindful mindset. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Goes back to our mindful meals.
Yep. A couple of, like I said before, leisurely yawning breaths right before you begin your meal. Maybe a moment of gratitude.
It's a great time for gratitude, I think.
A moment of gratitude.
Because we're so fortunate to have.
Yeah. We won the birth lottery, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We live in this amazing place where we're not in a war-torn country.
We have food on our table.
Generally speaking, food on most people's tables. Even the poorest of the poor often get assistance, although that may be less so recently. But it's an amazing thing, and we need to pause for a moment and think about the fact that we've won the birth lottery and we live in this amazing place. And
we're having a mindful meal.
We're having a mindful meal. Yeah. I think it's when you live, as the song goes. I'm a Men at Work band fan, and as the line goes, I live in the land of plenty. When you live in the land of plenty, where you probably should be the most grateful, gratitude sometimes becomes taken for granted.
It does. It's something like, if we lived somewhere where it was 70 degrees every day, sunny, no rain, we would not appreciate the beauty in that weather, but then everything would die too, because there's no rain.
My niece mentioned that we had the opportunity to visit with some of my family over the weekend after our business stuff in California.
So fun.
It was really fun, but that's exactly what Lori said. She said, we're kind of disadvantaged living here in Central California, where it's always perfect, because it's like,
the weather is always great.
It's 80 degrees, it's too hot to go outside. Oh, it's 50 degrees, it's too cold to go outside. And
that's their
it's
variation.
50 degrees, and we're thinking, hey, it's so warm.
My nose is cold. We're gonna have to wrap up soon.
Yeah, that's it. Speaking of that, what time is it? We don't want to take you guys too long.
Get to the office. Oh, look at that, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So mindful mindset is really just about trying to maintain the idea of mindfulness in the forefront, so that every time you start to go, you can go, wait a minute, mindful, there's the reason I'm going like this is because I feel like there's 25 things I have to do at once. But the truth is you can only do one.
One. So you
And
might as
so
well just do one.
Choose the one that needs to be done and do it.
Yep, it doesn't matter if I run around here like a chicken with my head cut off in the morning, trying to do everything, acting all crazy, or B, I just simply do each step. I get to work at the same time. So why wouldn't I just do each step and chill out?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, he points it out if I am going, he's like, what can I do for you? Yeah, you're right. It's not that big of a deal, but.
And I have my moments too. Which.
Yeah, and sometimes your partner can help to bring you back into a mindful mindset.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can take you out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, these meals are a great time in the morning when you wake up, before you go to bed. Stressful moments, or maybe moments you're just feeling anxious. That's a great time to have a mindful mindset moment. Just like bring yourself back to what you're thinking about, relaxing your shoulders, just kind of letting it all fall away for a few moments, and take some breaths and bring yourself back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just not always easy.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's always simple. It's just not almost ever
I have a
easy.
great calendar next to my desk. It's a mindful calendar, and every day there's a mindfulness quote. So really, I turn that every day. I read it right away in the morning, and then as the day goes on, I'm constantly seeing it. And that's a great reminder at my desk.
And I use ChatGPT, and it's always so nice to me.
It's true.
What an insightful idea. I specifically tell Chat to not be a yes bot. But we can get our sense of worth from any place, right? I get mine from another computer.
Should come from ourselves.
I should, yes. All right, well, that's mindfulness
our Mindful
mindset
Monday.
on Mindfulness Monday during this week. And thank you. There's quite a few people on today.
thank for
I'm
everyone
so
who's
grateful
on and
for that.
taking
Thank
time
you.
on this Monday.
Fantastic. Appreciate it.
This crisp, cool Monday in Minnesota. I don't know
Yeah.
where you're listening from.
For those of you who aren't in Minnesota, it's a little bit chilly out here, but the water is liquid and it's lapping up against the shore right behind us. It's beautiful this morning. A little breeze pushed a wave or two. Now it's all gone.
Yeah.
All righty. So we will see you next Monday, where we'll continue to speak about mindfulness.
Yep, it's actually Memorial Day next Monday, but we'll still be on.
Will we?
We'll still be
Okay.
on at 8. That's the plan.
All right.
So,
We'll see you then.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great week. Bye, Carol.
Bye, Carol.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and everyone else, thank you so much.
Yes.